Welcome back to school. We're excited to start a planful, intentional year to support teaching and learning. New this year are several literacy tools that will be critical for your planning and student achievement. Today we'll discuss two of them, but in particular, the Dual Language Biliteracy Continuum. Welcome back, everyone. The purpose of this presentation is to help you to articulate the purpose and attributes of the Dual Language Biliteracy Continuum. Help you to access the tool on your Google Drive and make a copy for your use, and most importantly, help you to plan for the language of heavy lifting, marrying the units of study with the Dual Language Biliteracy Continuum. So why do we need a dual language continuum for biliteracy? First of all, metalinguistic awareness or contrastive analysis must be taught to be acquired. Then, bilinguals are not two monolinguals, but bring all of their linguistic resources to literacy tasks. Also, many teachers have long felt they teach double. The continuum views language as a whole rather than as Spanish and English silos. Many teachers have often struggled to fit emergent bilinguals into word and language study models intended for the general education population, and students have been unsuccessful in benefiting from this approach. Lastly, frustrated teachers have asked to be more successful in meeting their emergent bilingual learners' needs. This tool is in response to your need. This tool is for you. In 2014-2015, the Department of Bilingual Education will support our students' use of academic oral language as a gateway for biliteracy and academic achievement, as well as the critical practice in two-language classrooms of contrastive analysis and cross-linguistic transfer, also known as bridging. Bridges will be facilitated between Spanish and English sounds, letters, and their combinations, word parts, grammar, and language usage. The continuum is organized by grade level, by month, and by week as a tool to guide Common Core State Standard aligned instruction for biliteracy. Let's take a closer look at the contents. All of the contents will be stored in your Google Drive. Each grade level begins with a purpose statement that is critical to address how and why to use this tool. Revisit this purpose statement in your work with your grade level and cross-grade level colleagues. This year, each school will have a dual language PLC where this purpose statement can be revisited and developed. Let's read it together. Students of biliteracy must approach literacy from a multilingual paradigm so that all linguistic resources are made available. Bilingual and biliterate students are not two monolinguals with parallel languages and literacy, but are multilingual and will use all of their linguistic resources if our instruction and curriculum guides them to. This tool will support instruction of the bilingual student, ensuring that curriculum is aligned to what students know and can do universally and personally, and further ensures that instruction is not repetitive, viewing English and Spanish as different endeavors, but reciprocal. Biliteracy requires us to embark on the work of transferring language so content transfers, as well as explicitly teaching the uniqueness of each language. This tool includes guides to a scope and sequence for Spanish phonemic awareness, phonics, language, and how to bridge those skills to English and then explicitly teach English phonemic awareness, phonics, and language, unique to the English language. With a partner, take turns reviewing the highlights of the purpose statement. Let's come back together in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This presentation will be made available to you on an ongoing basis should you need to go back and consult. As we're getting closer than ever before to articulate common achievement goals for our dual language learners at the state level, we are also getting closer to articulating the seal of biliteracy. The American Council on the Teaching of Foreign Languages has provided us with can-do descriptors that we are aligning to expected achievement outcomes in our programs. Each grade level continuum contains the achievement goals by grade, with a descriptor of what students should be able to do in presentational speaking and presentational writing and interpretive reading at the end of the grade year. These guidelines are aligned to the state vision of achievement to become eligible for the seal and will provide a path to earn the seal at levels of distinction for exemplary dual language achievement. Here is a sample of one of the ACTFL can-do descriptors. As you can see, at the intermediate high level, students are asked to speak, write, and read for a variety of purposes using a variety of time frames. The Continuum contains a month-by-month tab for Spanish phonemic awareness in grades K to 1. Spanish phonics and word study is included from kindergarten all the way to 5th grade. Spanish language is also from kindergarten to 5th grade. The bridge from Spanish to English is in kindergarten to 5th grade, and some bridges from English to Spanish are in 4th and 5th grade. English language development and word study, including phonemic awareness, bridged phonics for metalinguistic awareness, are in grades K and 1. English phonics word study and language begins formally in grades 2 and extends to grade 5. You will notice that all of these skills are synthetic skills, or skills at the parts and word level. These skills should be taught in the context of the literature and informational text models and mentor texts that have been selected and used throughout the year. We'll talk more about that to come. Here's a sample of the 3rd grade April sequence. Notice that Spanish phonics and language are explicitly taught. Then, a bridge is planned that may indicate to you what to transfer in your side-by-side contrastive analysis of phonology, morphology, syntax and grammar, or language pragmatics. Following the bridge to English, time is planned to allow for the extension of that language before adding new skills. On the weeks when English and extension are not occurring, skills unique to the English language are explicitly taught. Notice again that these are synthetic skills focusing on the parts of language to help you with the planning and execution of teaching for cross-linguistic transfer or metalinguistic awareness. While these skills are possible at the universal level, they are instructionally not appropriate for each individual student. They may need to go up or down different grade levels in this continuum to find the right fit in one-to-one or small group scenarios. You will know that K1, 2, 3, and 4, 5 are aligned by skills, which allow for multi-age and/or continuum-based learning for individual students. You will notice in this continuum that at this point there is no curriculum or tool to guide you on the analytic or meaning-making parts of reading and writing. That is the goal we have in our PLCs. As the goal of reading is to make meaning, you will need to use your dual language biliteracy continuum to make careful choices about what meaning-making strategies, units, and themes that you will teach in Spanish, and which of those you will teach in English starting in 2nd grade. It is critical for you to consult other tools provided by the district, and that a careful choice is made to map each trimester's units by the language that will do the heavy lifting. For example, if we choose to teach a unit on narrative texts to develop the skill of prediction and confirmation of prediction, we'd want to carefully choose which language to teach that skill in, so that we can choose to teach poetry and inferencing simultaneously in the partner language. A potential pitfall that we may be wary of is teaching comprehension and problem solving in one language and repeating that same skill in the other language. As you are aware, doing that would create a double curriculum and has no research base other than it doesn't work to meet the goals of biliteracy. It also will not maximize your instructional or student learning time. Academic vocabulary should be planned based on what's needed for comprehension and communication of the skills and the mentor text. Your academic vocabulary may also include the language structures that push students beyond remembering and retelling and engages them in cognitively rigorous discussions. Key to marrying the dual language biliteracy continuum with the units of study you will be asked to use is the critical planning of which units to teach in which language starting in second grade. It is extremely important to teach units simultaneously, but for longer periods of time as the sample shows above. For example, while I'm teaching a unit on folk tales in English, using the English part of the biliteracy continuum, I will simultaneously teach a unit on nonfiction biography in Spanish, using the Spanish biliteracy continuum. The bridge suggestions may be the phonology, morphology, syntax, grammar, and pragmatics that I can use to bridge. Look at the sample above. As you can see, one language only students study folk tales for 1 month in December. We've extended that from December to January to the beginning of February, while concurrently in the Spanish reading block, students are experiencing nonfiction biography in December, January, and February. Creating the big picture. If we have well-planned concurrent units in each of the languages, then we will be able to build the skills in both languages that we can apply to our bridge during our science block. We can also use those same pieces of language to extend the science content in the partner language. The revision plans for this continuum are as follows. In 2014 and 15, a planning committee will take detailed notes on their use and facilitation of the continuum. In June 2015, there will be a 2-week revision session that will occur on the K-5 to 5th grade continuum. In June 2015, alignment of mentor text to grades will occur, using authentic as well as translated text for specific purposes. In 2015 and beyond, we hope to build informative assessment so that you are better able to judge where you need to start in your universal as well as personalized instruction plans. Likewise, if you are teaching students in second grade or kindergarten and are interested in joining the team, please email DM Garcia to learn the details. The next step is to make a copy of the grades for yourself. The copy you make will be yours to write on and plan with. Teachers who are keeping revision notes shall do so on the original version. Everyone needs to click on the file and click Make a Copy. Name your copy however you wish. For PLC planning, you may want to share one copy with your grade level team members or ask to access another grade-alike's copy at another school. That will be determined at the site level. Thank you very much for sitting through this presentation. A very special thanks to the team that came together this summer to work on providing a resource to you that is reflective of our learners and their needs and our care for our teachers. Special thanks to Lisa Bentz and Chris Carey at Banting Elementary, Cara Morris at Higher, Josh Regath at Bethesda, Kirsten Hayes and Anne-Marie Worley at Blair, and to Jamie Martinson and myself, Dee Garcia, at the district for bringing this tool to you. We really hope that it helps you to feel successful in meeting students' needs. Thank you so much.